Hello folks, Robert from Marine Depot here, and thanks for watching. In this video, we're going to build a sump. We're going to show you guys how to build a sump filter for your aquarium that's not only effective, but also easy on your wallet. When building an aquarium, proper planning really goes a long way, especially when it comes to building your sump. So the first step in building a sump at home is proper planning. When sizing your sump, you pretty much want the largest tank possible. So measure the space you have for your sump and choose the largest tank that will fit in that space. 10% of your tank's total volume is considered the minimum sump size for any aquarium. So we have a 50-gallon display tank, and we're going to use this 30-gallon rimless aquarium to build our sump. But the nice thing is any kind of aquarium will work to build a sump. You can even use regular old framed aquariums that are really easy to find and fairly inexpensive. So now we need to think about the baffles. Be mindful of the different chamber sizes and water level when planning your baffles. I like to take a ruler and a Sharpie to draw on the side of the tank. This helps me visualize the baffle location and the water level. You can even test fit your skimmer and other equipment to ensure the baffles are placed appropriately. When it comes to water level in your sump, you really want it to be 4 to 6 inches or more below the top to ensure the sump can hold a little extra water. Using our handy aquarium calculator, you can easily calculate the amount of water that will drain from your tank in the event of a power outage. Just calculate the amount of water in the area inside your tank that will drain into the sump. Basically the area between your return pipes and the maximum water level in your display tank. This way you will know for certain that your sump is large enough to hold the water and allows you to adjust the baffle height before it's too late. In this sump we want a skimmer chamber, a return pump chamber, and an isolated ATO reservoir to hold top-off water. Many pre-manufactured sumps include a REFUGIUM chamber, but we decided to use this space for the ATO chamber instead. Now you want to take careful note that these two baffles here are positioned close together in such a way that they will trap bubbles and reduce any debris from entering the pump chamber, which is a pretty common practice and generally referred to as a bubble trap. Now this should always be placed right before the pump chamber. I have found it best to have your baffles cut with polished edges at a local glass shop instead of trying to cut them yourself. Freshly cut glass can be really sharp and dangerous. By getting it professionally cut, you can avoid this hazard and ensure the baffles are cut perfectly to size with straight edges. When sizing the baffles, you want to have them cut to be about 1/4 inch short on both sides. This makes them easy to place in the tank and gives plenty of room for the silicone to adhere to both your tank wall and the baffle. Using thick glass for the baffles, 1/4 inch thick or more, is best. This helps when gluing the baffles in place because the thicker edges give you more surface area for the silicone to bond. So now the hard part, which is working with the silicone and securing your baffles in place. Now be sure that you get 100% silicone that is safe for aquarium use, which is generally available at your local home improvement store. Start with the first baffle and hold it in place using a few pieces of tape. If you need a gap on the bottom, you can use some DVD or CD cases. Even a 2x4 will work in most situations, but the CD cases are nice because they're easy to remove from tight spaces and give you a little flexibility in terms of getting the exact gap size you want on the bottom. After setting the baffle with tape, run a generous bead of silicone up each of the corners and pass over with your finger 1 time. Do not press too hard with your finger as this can move the baffle around. Using more silicone is much easier than trying to spread a minimal amount. By only passing once over with your finger, it will keep it clean and reduce the chances of your baffle moving around. Once set into place, you'll need to let the silicone cure for a minimum of 24 hours. Don't be upset if your silicone job is not perfect. It simply needs to hold the baffles in place and probably will not be all that pretty, especially your first time. After the silicone cures, you can always cut straight edge or clean it up using a razor blade if you're one for details. Now you will want to dry fit all of your equipment to ensure that it fits before using your sump. We are using the Aquamax Cone-S protein skimmer along with a couple of Aquamax media reactors. We chose to use the Waveline DC water pump, which is new here at Marine Depot, and they're really cool because they're Apex ready right out of the box. We also added the CPR socket filter sock holder, which easily attaches to the edge of any rimmed, rimless, or Euro braced aquarium. After test fitting your equipment, you want to do a water test to check for leaks and ensure the water flows through your baffles as expected. I usually just run my garden hose into the first chamber and watch the water flow through the baffles as it fills up. Let the entire sump rest full of water for 24 to 48 hours, then come back and check it for leaks. Now, for those of you who might be reserved about building your own sump at home, Marine Depot also carries the very popular trigger system sumps. These sumps are pre-manufactured and come in a variety of sizes that are ready to go right out of the box with all the bells and whistles, including adjustable baffles, media trays, socks and probe holders, and much more, so be sure to check these out on our website. If you're thinking about installing a sump in your tank, our trained team of aquarium experts are here to help you out. Please like, share, and subscribe in order to help us to continue to bring you guys more instructional videos just like this. And until next time, take care and happy reef keeping.